Hello, everybody.
It's a black brown person. How'd I know? Hey, you look familiar. But
Hi there,
who you got?
Miss Smith,
Yeah, who's that?
me or Mr. Sierra?
This dude. He looks
Have a
familiar.
seat.
He looks familiar.
Have a seat.
I'm looking at who they are, and that's
The
a right
public
of mine.
defender you were on the phone with.
Yep, you spoke with Mr. Sierra on the phone prior to the hearing today.
Daniel L. Norbeck. Who's that?
Nope. As I stated at the beginning, my name is Magistrate
Dario
Vicenius.
Sierra? I know him. Dario Sierra. Who's
Ma'am,
that?
have a seat. Have a
I
seat.
don't have to. She's not even a judge, lady. She knows it. It's
Ma'am,
German.
I am Magistrate Winsemius, Daniel Norbeck's name. He is the other magistrate. I am here for Magistrate Norbeck today. Mr. Sierra is here from the Public Defender's Office. You are here for a criminal arraignment on file number 244331FY, and I will read it to you.
Is that for this time or the time before?
I don't know what this time is. I will read you these charges. It looks like
Yeah.
it was alleged that on or about November 3rd, 2024, in Wayland City here in the county of Allegan, state of Michigan, you are charged in count 1 with resisting and obstructing a police officer, and that you did assault, batter, wound, resist, obstruct, oppose, or endanger Tanner Nickel, a police officer with the Michigan State Police, that you knew or had reason to know was performing his or her duties contrary to Michigan law. That is a felony punishable by up to 2 years and or $2,000.
That's a
That
lie,
is what
but
you're
okay.
being arraigned on today from November
For
3rd.
yesterday or for before? Oh, for before?
November 3rd.
Tanner, November 3rd. I don't even know what the date is today.
All right, so this is
What's the
Mr.
date?
Sierra, were you able to speak to her? I see that counsel was appointed.
I did
Who is
not
he?
make
That's not
charges and I
counsel.
appointed an
Oh.
attorney.
Okay. All right, so at this time, ma'am, it looks like you have been granted the assistance of a public defender at this point. Because this is a felony, we will get you set for a probable cause and preliminary hearing on this. It looks like you actually have a personal recognizance bond in this matter, ma'am, so I don't know what else is holding you today.
What do you mean? I don't either, honestly. I just don't even, I didn't do anything. I'm pregnant. I said, hey, I got told to come here and I had.
Don't talk about, I'm gonna warn you, if you're not sure if you have other charges pending, I would encourage you not to make any statements on the record. I can continue this as a personal recognizance bond if you would.
I wouldn't
Is that
want
what you
to either.
Is that what you would like?
Just say whatever you want.
Keep it as a PR bond, please.
This is the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. Keep throwing me in here. I don't mind playing games, but when I'm pregnant and I say that, I don't like to be beat on and shit.
So, ma'am, at this time, this case isn't holding you in jail. You've got a $1,000 personal recognizance bond in this matter. As I said, we will set this for probable cause conference. That is on December 5th in courtroom A in front of Judge Scotulus. And we will also set this for preliminary examination, which is set for December 10th in front of Judge Belargin in courtroom B. You will get copies of those dates and times, and the jail will make you available to those if you are still incarcerated. So at this point, we are all set over at the jail.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, up next, we've got People v. Is this the Straight?
Yes, sir.
All right, People v. Tracy Straight, file 23-6658FH was scheduled for a status conference. We were waiting a forensic report. We did receive that forensic report. And Mr. Gilbert, have you had a chance to review that report?
Yes, Ms. Straighthead does have a copy of it, and we went through it this morning.
Any objection to the court's consideration of its findings?
I don't have an objection, Your Honor. However, my client does.
Okay. And do you want her to express that too?
I believe I would like that.
Okay, Ms. Straight, go ahead.
The part that I'm not incompetent to stand trial. The part that they describe in here about being incompetent is they said that I was delusional when I had the part that is being investigated by a detective in Emmett County. He thinks that's stretched and that's where the delusional part comes in, but I'm not incompetent to stand trial.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Ms. Goodrich, any objection to the court's consideration of the findings of the report?
No objection.
Okay, Mr. Gilbert, other than that report and Ms. Straight's statement, any additional proofs from the defense?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Goodrich, any additional proofs from the people?
No, Your Honor.
All right, well, as I reviewed the report from the Forensic Center, Ms. Straight, it's not a super clear-cut matter. I agree, Ms. Straight, because she clearly knows the nature of the charge. She clearly knows how the basics of how the system would operate, which would tend to always lean toward a finding of competence to stand trial. However, she did express several beliefs about what was going on in her life and in the world around her that was the cause of the case that do appear to not be tied very strongly to reality and do appear to be delusional in their nature. And I think that does make it very difficult for Ms. Straight to assist rationally in her own defense of her case. And may undermine the defense of her case by expressing those type views, maybe even in front of a jury. So for those reasons, I do find, based upon the information contained in the report from Dr. Toplin, that Ms. Straight is not competent to stand trial presently, that she, however, there is a reasonable expectation that she could be restored to competency within the statutory time frame with treatment. And so I would order her to treatment with as directed by the Center for Forensic Psychiatry under the Department of Health and Human Services, and I'll enter an order to that effect. And then I think we'll schedule it for a status conference.
I would like to fire my attorney, and I had spoke with the Attorney General that has spoke with an attorney for me. How does that go in about this case? Because she's actually been speaking with the detective in Emmett County about the delusional part of what's going on. She has spoke with the detective in Emmett County about all of that, the blackmail stuff that's going on in that case.
Okay, well, what I'm doing, Ms. Straight, is I have entered an order that you'll have to you'll be referred for treatment in the matter.
Can I appeal that?
Yeah, you can certainly do so. You'd have to file an application for leave to appeal to the Michigan Court of Appeals.
Okay.
There isn't a final judgment in this case, so you'd have to file that as an interlocutory appeal. Let's see, so we're going to schedule this for a status conference on March 18th at 2:10 in the afternoon. Actually, I should do it sooner than that to make sure that we actually get her. I'm sorry, if she's already at the Forensic Center, we want to put it out a ways. I think I'm going to schedule this on the January 7 document.
Well, no, I mean, I can't until I get the attorney. Okay, so how, since he's fired, how do I go about filing that paperwork since I'm in the county jail?
Well, it's not quite how that works in the straight. He's not fired.
He just told me that, that's why.
No, you've expressed that you want to fire him, but because he's an appointed counsel, I have to sign off on that, and I'm not doing so at this time until he's.
So if I have a hired attorney?
Oh, you can hire an attorney. Yeah. If you hire an attorney, they can file. If an attorney files an appearance in this case, then they're your lawyer from the minute they file that appearance.
Okay, that's what I wanted. I didn't know how that process went since.
You can hire an attorney if you're choosing at any time.
Okay. All right.
All right. I'm gonna enter an order. of incompetence but restorable and refer it to the Forensic Center for treatment. And we'll set it for a status conference January 7 at 2:50 p.m. just so that we can track that where we're at with getting her back. We'll see you then, Mr.
Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
Since I am filing an appeal on being able to go to, a site treatment, how does that, do I get transferred before I go? I mean, how does that work?
Yeah, my order is going to be in effect unless and until a higher court reverses it. And so you'd have to file a petition to the higher court, to the Court of Appeals, telling them that I made an error. And if they agreed, then they would set aside my order. But until then, my order would have legal effect.
Okay, so, what do I tell the Attorney General then when I speak with her about that? Because she's been in contact with, Ms. Nestle's been in contact with the detective that's doing my case in Emmett County.
All right, well,
That has to do with this.
you'd want to tell
general.
any attorney you're consulting with about it, that you have been found incompetent by the court and ordered to treatment, and that you don't want to do that, and you want their help appealing.
Okay. So now you are my attorney.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.